What's up, AKA Padders? Are you ready? We're not done talking about Blue Beetle. Here is, right here. This is the most important issue in Blue Beetle history, going all the way back to the 30s. Let's get into it. What's up, AK Padders? Where's my sippy sip? Let's just hit this first real quick. AKA Pad here, Peter A. DeLuca, and say it with me. Known through Philadelphia, PA, Europe, and the multiverse as the Eclectic One. We're back, we're talking comics. We're going to hit that drawing table in the next couple seconds and do a little flip through. I'm going to walk you guys through really what I believe to be the absolute most important issue to ever happen in Blue Beetle outside the death of Ted Kord Industries, which is somehow, it's weird, you know, because I just watched that Smallville episode where it was called Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, Kord Industries heavily referenced and used in that. We got the Blue Beetle movie, Kord Industries. So that's what Ted Kord has become. He's just become another LexCorp, another Wayne Enterprises. It's insane. We don't like it. We don't go there. But outside of killing Ted Kord, right? That was a part of a character, part of a legacy. That really goes all the way back. Late 30s, right? Mystery Comics, number 3, I believe. 1939. Okay, guys. But let's just jump, right? They kill Ted Kord, Infinite Crisis, Countdown, right? And what was the name of that? Sorry. Sorry, I thought I was getting a brain fart. Right here. Infinite Crisis. This kills the chain of characters because there has been more than one alias for Blue Beetle. But this right here killed and destroyed the legacy of the character that went back to the 30s. Thought I had a brain fart there. But during here, we introduce Jamie Reyes, the new Blue Beetle, new idea, new concept. We're going to take the Guyver unit manga, alright? We're going to take the Guyver and we're going to put him into DC Comics and we're just going to call it the Blue Beetle, and you're going to have to like it. And then we get this. We get a Blue Beetle series that comes out from this appearance. It comes and goes, right? Doesn't last long. About 4 years. But then we get desperation. DC is in desperate mode. And they trigger the new 52. Okay? 52 number ones. It's a whole new fresh start. The absolute most dedicated, clean, company-wide reboot we've ever seen. You know, Marvel's done soft reboots. Even in the past, DC was 0 Hour. All soft reboots. Infinite Crisis, hard reboot. Then we hit Flashpoint, the miniseries, Triggers, right here, new 52. And we get, now, we've had time with the character, right? We've had about 5 years. This is 2011. Okay, sorry about that. I had to make sure. I'm just checking everything this episode. 2011. We've had years now. Over 5 years to hone in on this version of Blue Beetle. 5 years. Some of the best creators, writers, artists in comic book history have gave this a shot. And now we are at a new 52 number 1. This is important because this is supposed to never go away. This is never supposed to get canceled. This is supposed to continue even to this day, but it doesn't. And if you're curious of what 5-6 years of an idea, of curation of that, of getting feedback from your entire creator creator staff. Having the editors there with notes and ideas and positions on what to do with the character. This is a great example, people. And look, you may not like the movie. The movie could have came and went. The movie may have bombed. But, people, the movie sheds light on attempts like this, and it's a great case study. So let's hit that drawing table, and we're going to discuss New 52 Blue Beetle number 1, 2011, because there's... I don't have a good because. Let's just do it.
Alright, AKAPADers, we're at the drawing table. We have a little unicorn here. But anyway, hey, guys, just a quick announcement. Don't trust anyone that doesn't have a Crypt action figure ready to go from their drawing table. Here it is. Now, previously, we did Infinite Crisis number 3. Jamie Reyes, first appearance. So, essentially, it's a very simple... we can find it here. Very simple first appearance. Let's get into it. See, Jamie Reyes and his friends, they find this blue beetle thing that comes. It drops like on their heads from El Paso, Texas, and it just drops, and then they find it. So this right here launches its own new series that's promoted through this. Now, issue 5. Jamie Reyes gets the Beetle. The Beetle takes him over. He becomes the Guyver. And roughly 4 years later, it's canceled. But then we get the New 52. And the New 52 is significant. Okay? Right here, guys. Because this is a straight up launch. Everything's new. New continuity. Now, given the Dark Knight and Green Lantern have a little bit of a crossover continuity to pre-Flashpoint. But remember, Flashpoint happens, New 52 happens, and everything is new. It's really the second time DC has ever done it post-Infinite Crisis. So it's a major event. And now we've had 4 years to work out the kinks of Blue Beetle, New 52. Let's have a series that never gets canceled because people love this character, and maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Aliens running amok. Okay, so to set this up, it's an alien world. There's like a war. There's a back and forth, and they're using like inside language. So like this isn't it's like, look, hold the line, man. Don't care if fire performs. There's a whole army. We have visual contact. The invader is here, right? And who's the invader? We already spoiled it. It's the Blue Beetle thing. Transforms, starts wrecking everything. And like I said, here we have like kind of like inside sci-fi talk where they're like, I cannot remember what it was called before my script. That's the only name we need to know. Welcome to the Reach. Like I said, like inside baseball, sci-fi, banter, perfect. But from here, we actually have the most interesting point. Now, keep in mind, I love the artwork. I love the way this is colored. But we have the most interesting concept here. Not the ad. Don't ignore the Flash Journeys Converse shoes. We have a Green Lantern that detects the Beetle or the Scarab. And he destroys it because he knows what these are and they're dangerous. Now that creates this other idea. The other idea is that there's the Blue Beetle Scarab creates almost like an opposite Green Lantern. And that idea is so freaking cool. It's awesome that there's a natural opposite that's going across the universe as weapons of mass destruction. But anyway, Green Lantern here destroys it. But one of them finds its way down here. Little plane of 3. Which we know is Earth. And then from this point on, we get characters we don't care about, situations that don't feel real, some school banter. And then we get this really weird idea. So like the whole plot is Jamie Reyes is trying to get invited to a party. He's not invited to the party. He's telling his parents he wants to go to the party. And then eventually his parents are like, look, we don't want you there. And it's kind of like they lean towards at the household, Casa Coronas. This is a bad place. And then the people behind this family, we don't want anything to do with them. But then we cut to it, and we get some beautiful coloring. I love the sunset coloring here. And then what happens? We have one of the toughest hard cuts you can ever imagine. We go from here, things we can relate to. We get 2 ads that, I get it. Lego may have spent the money for these ads, but traditionally, you want your comic book ads on one page only. But moving on, you turn the page, and then we just get a slew of characters. We don't know who they are. Look, when you do a scene like this, you have to set up who's who, and you need a panel with all the characters in, and you need to tag them. You need the caption tag them. But we get this back and forth. They're looking for something. This lava dude is just burning people, and then we have a backpack full of peanuts here. Storage peanuts, shipping peanuts, and the scarab, right, is there. They have it. And then these characters are continuously just wreaking havoc. Jamie Reyes and his friend. Jamie snuck out. He's going to the party. They're driving and come across a warehouse, and the warehouse just starts exploding. And then we get a chase. We get some superhero back and forth. This guy's trying to save the scarab. You see him with the portal. Now, keep in mind, these evil people are on the phone with the evil guy that's throwing the party, because the evil guy controlling the supervillains, looking for the scarab, is also throwing the party that high school kids want to go to. People, we're not closing the gap well enough here. But then Jamie Reyes grabs a backpack. This dude, who looks cooler than a cucumber, spikes Jamie Reyes right through his backpack, somehow triggering the scarab, and the scarab transforms him. And then we have, like a little bit of similar imagery. And there we go. Metamorphosis issue 1. If you bought this, the Blue Beetle interview in the back, nothing to be revealed there. If you spent $3, even back in the day, right, 2011, I don't know. I mean, you would, I don't think so. We always look at issues, we judge issues on one notion. Would you buy issue 2? This right here gives me nothing for issue 2. I don't know what to expect next. I really don't. This is a very light, let's get into the idea issue. I think this page here should have, I call it pouring it all in, when you get your best concepts and you pour it all into the mold. This is teased. It should have been harder. There should have been no Jamie Reyes setup at all. They should have just went from this to the kid getting the scarab as quickly as possible. And I don't know. But either way, guys, I can't recommend this. Blue Beetle is just straight up this version of the character, unrelatable. Like it's just not an idea. But I feel this though, like this right here, is better paired with other characters. That's fine, but as a standalone, it never flies for a reason. Pun intended.
Oh my god, people! Blue Beetle is stressful. Look, this we have to say, we are not taking away from individual talents and efforts. The problem with Blue Beetle, with that version of the Blue Beetle, is that it does rob and hijack a legacy that should 1000% be preserved as true and honest as possible. And if you do have this concept, and and there is a great concept that brews in the first few pages of that new 52 Blue Beetle #1, when you have a great concept, you can make it something else. you can. It doesn't have to be Blue Beetle. You're doing nothing by taking that legacy. You know, like, it's a legacy character, right? Like, you're doing nothing but stripping that legacy character of its identity and remolding it into something that you hope it becomes. At this point, we really have to be honest. Blue Beetle has never had traction for a very clear reason. I love going around reminding people that Blue Beetle was featured in Smallville prominently, full transformation, all of it. It's legit, and no one even cared back then. Think about that. There's a lot about the character that people do not connect with. Ted Kord, long history of the fan base, of the core of fandom, adopting Ted Kord, you know, championing him and wanting him to endlessly appear in Justice League and you know, Justice League Unlimited, so on and so forth. There's much more to that character. Jamie Reyes, to me, is always flaccid. It's just flaccid. Alright, AKA Patters, I love you guys. Rock and roll. Subscribe, support, leave a comment. And guys, I do love those comments, so keep them coming.